Savannah, why do you make everything about race? Like, why are you always talking about race? Like, not everything is about race. Everything is about race! It is! Everything is! Every single part of our society traces back to racism. Everything. The damn ice cream truck song is fucking racist. The reason we have credit scores and student loans is because they did not want black people to live next to them and go to school.
Okay, what's stopping you from having a good credit score now, though? Maybe that's true. Maybe what you're saying is 100% true. But I got a good credit score. I bought a house with my credit score. There's other black people out there that could buy a house and get business loans and all kind of stuff because their credit score. So that's no longer the case. So what are you talking about? I believe that we should listen to always be wanting to call him Nelson Mandela because he played Nelson Mandela in Invictus. But I always think back to Morgan Freeman when he said the only way that we could get over racism is if we stop talking about it. I argue with my family members, not so much anymore, but I used to regularly about this whole race stuff because some of my family members don't share the same sentiment that I share. They think that, black people are not as privileged as white people and that we're victims in some scenarios and that we deserve more opportunities and yada, yada, yada. I've never been denied any opportunities, nor have any of them. So I don't be knowing what black people are talking about when they're acting like we're just still in slavery time. I might experience racism here and there a little bit. I'm not going to say racism doesn't exist, but the shit don't stop me from doing what I want to do in life, ever. Never has. I mostly experience it online when I'm playing video games or something and the person's safe behind their computer screen. I truly believe, and this is going to sound crazy, and a lot of black people watching this might get upset with me, but I think that black people are just as racist, or if not more racist than a lot of white people. It's just not really talked about much. I can't tell you how many black people I know that just hate white people for being white and they ain't did nothing to them. She sounds like one of those.
Everything is encapsulated in the fact that they wanted black people to fail. Our society could be so much more progressive than it is now. Spent 400 years trying to keep minorities down, that we have not progressed in technology, in society, in anything. This country has spent so much time making sure that we don't surpass white people that it's willing to cut its leg off during the sack race over and over and over and over again. And that's why we're in the fucking predicament that we're in now. It's not about anything else but the fact that they do not want minorities to thrive. That is what it's been about since day fucking one.
Who is they? That's what I want to know. Are you talking about the United States government? Are you talking about just, everyday white people in society? Because if you're talking about just like everyday white people, we're all kind of in the same boat, man. Rent is expensive for everybody. Groceries have gone up for everybody. A lot of people have been getting fired. White, black, Hispanic, Asian. We're all in the same boat. We're all going through the same struggles. Everybody's trying to provide for their family. So I don't understand. We're more unified than we are separated. If people could start to see that and stop speaking like she's speaking and stop spewing the negativity and the hate that she's basically regurgitating, then we would be better off. It's not what she's talking about, the fact that this country's racist. Sure, maybe whenever we first started out, the country was founded on racism and slavery. But let's be honest, that's not the case anymore, man. That's really not. You always gonna have the minority of people that are stuck in their ways and they don't want to progress and they want to have the mindset that their grandparents instilled in them. So yeah, you're gonna have racist people. But I promise you, they're not stopping you from achieving what you want to achieve in this country. That's why all these immigrants have been able to come over here for years and succeed. African people, for example, have been able to come over to this country, black as hell, darker than me, fucking 11:59 p.m. dark. And they're able to be doctors and lawyers and engineers and all kind of stuff and generate a ton of wealth. They're not being stopped from any opportunities. and they're black as it comes, you know? And I'm not talking about just skin color wise. I'm talking down to the roots, like culture. They're literally from the motherland. Some of them have to learn English when they get over here. My best friend, when I was in high school, his dad came from Nigeria. He's successful. He bought a house. He raised a family here, all of that. Nobody stopped him from succeeding.
It's not about anything else but the fact that they do not want minorities to thrive. That is what it's been about since day fucking one, when they got to this fucking land. They took it away from people who were already here and didn't stop doing it. I understand that sometimes we want to ha-ha, hee-hee and live life and forget. But I'm always going to bring it up. If you don't want to hear it, don't talk to me. But I'm always going to talk about racism because it makes me fucking angry. You don't get to spend 400 plus years mistreating people based off of their skin tone alone. It caused ripples in generations.
How much more can white people do to say we fucked up? How much more can they do? During the Civil War, white people forget it wasn't just black people fighting for civil rights. The whole North had to lay their life down. You know, a lot of people from the North, white people included, had to die in order for black people, I was about to say us, I ain't never been no damn slave, in order for black people to get their freedom. White people had to do that. In order for black people to not be considered 3/5 a human, white people had to vote on that because our vote wasn't powerful enough. We were 3/5 a human. White people had to step in and say, hey, this is wrong. So what she's saying is just absolutely dumb, man. Not every white person is racist. And I'm not saying that she's saying every white person is racist, but she has to understand that what more can white people do in order to acknowledge the fact that their ancestors fucked up? Anytime I go to a restaurant or anytime I go into an office building or any type of organization or establishment, it's always diverse all throughout America. It's just a melting pot, man. You're going to see whites, black, especially where I live at. There's more Hispanics down here than anything. This whole country is diverse, man. We got to get over this bullshit. She says she's always going to bring up racism. Why? You have the ability to pursue a higher education, any college you'd like to go to, as long as you're good enough to get into it and you can pay for it. That has nothing to do with your race. You're able to get the best healthcare as long as you're able to pay for it. You're able to get the best jobs as long as you're qualified for them. You're able to create your own family with whoever you choose to, man or woman. Like, what? You're free to do whatever you please. So what are you being stopped from? That's what I really want to know. What? You look good. You got your makeup done. You're in a car. You got technology that you're recording on. You got internet and Wi-Fi that you're using to post these stupid ass TikToks. You're very privileged. So what are you talking about? I'm sure you've got money in the bank. I'm sure you've got friends that you can go see on a Saturday and you can turn up at the club and drink and have a good time. And you can choose any race of man you want to be with that weekend. Seems like you got it good to me. You can worship any God you want to in this country, free from persecution. You got it good, man. We got to stop this. This is the greatest country on earth because you have the ability to do what you please as long as it's not infringing on other people. And you want to use it to complain about something that our ancestors died for. It's bullshit, man. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for this video. She had me speaking very passionately about this because this hits close to home. I've had arguments with my own siblings about this extensively. And I've tried to basically everything that I've said in this video, try to explain to them. And it's like, they just have a block. They have a wall. And it's funny to me because my grandmother was white. So it's crazy as heck sometimes when I would hear my own siblings like say some of the stuff that they would say or ask some of the questions they would ask, or, you know, it's just wild to me. Because if one person in my lineage down the line didn't think race doesn't matter, then I wouldn't be here. So let me know what y'all think about this video in the comment section. This is the second video I made about this specific content creator, and I'll leave her video down in the description. You might see her pop back up on the channel, man, because she's got a lot of dumb shit to say, and I love reacting to dumb shit. So if she pops back up on the channel, don't be surprised. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.